The performance of any group is affected by several factors. In a high-performing group, a group synergy often develops in which the group's performance is more than the sum of the individual contributions of its team members. The composition of a group plays an important role in determining group productivity. Group composition is most often described in terms of the similarities and differences in group members. A substantial amount of research has explored the relationship between a group's composition and its productivity. A group's heterogeneity in terms of age and tenure with the group has been shown to be related to turnover. Groups with members of different ages and experiences with the group tend to experience frequent changes in membership. A homogeneous group is likely to be more productive when the group task is simple. Cooperation is necessary, group tasks are sequential, and quick action is required. A heterogeneous group is more likely to be productive when the task is complex, requires a collective effort, that is, each member does a different task, and the sum of these efforts constitutes a group output, demands creativity, and when speed is less important through deliberations. Group composition becomes especially more important as organizations become increasingly more culturally diverse. Cultures differ in the importance they place on group membership and how they view authority, uncertainty, and other important factors. Increasing attention is being focused on how to deal with groups made up of people from different cultures. In general, a manager in charge of a culturally diverse group can expect several things. First, members will probably distrust one another. Stereotyping will present a problem, and communication problems will almost certainly arise. Thus, managers need to recognize that such groups will seldom function smoothly, at least at first. Managers may therefore need to spend more time helping a culturally diverse group through the rough spots as it matures, and they should allow a longer than normal time before expecting it to carry out its assigned task. A group can have as few as 2 members or as many members as can interact and influence with one another. Group size, the number of people in the group, can have an important effect on performance. Social loafing is the tendency of some group members not to put forth as much effort in a group situation as they would working alone. The most effective size of a group is determined by the group members' ability to interact and influence with each other effectively. The need for interaction is affected by the maturity of the group, of the tasks of the group, and the maturity of individual members, and the ability of a group leader or manager to manage the communication, potential conflicts, and task activities. In some situations, the most effective group size is 3 or 4. Other groups can function effectively with 15 or more members. A norm is a standard against which appropriateness of behavior is judged. Thus, norms determine the behavior expected in certain situations. Norms result from the combination of members' personality characteristics, the situation, the task, and the historical traditions of the group. Norms serve 4 purposes in organizations. First, they help the group survive. Second, they simplify and make more predictive the behaviors expected of group members. Third, norms help the group avoid embarrassing situations. And finally, norms express the central values of the group and identify the group to others. Group cohesiveness is the extent to which a group is committed to remaining together. It results from forces acting on the members to remain in the group. The forces that create cohesiveness and attraction to the group, resistance to leaving the group, and motivation to remain a member of the group. Cohesiveness may also be a primary factor in the development of certain problems for decision-making groups. An example is groupthink, which occurs when a group's overriding concern is a unanimous decision rather than critical analysis of alternatives. The best combination is for the group to be cohesive and for the group goals to be congruent with the organization's goals.